Hello again and welcome to another video. This is our June 2017 BMW 440i Coupe in Snapper Rocks Blue. Now on camera, the Snapper Rocks Blue is quite hard to capture the exact colour. It's a little bit more turquoisey. If you Google Snapper Rocks Blue, you'll find some true pictures of the true colour there to give you a good idea. It's a beautiful colour. This car was sold by us 2 years ago now, and we've just bought it back from the gentleman. He's moving abroad for another 2 years. He's in the forces, and so we've been lucky enough to buy the car back, and it's only covered 29,214 miles with full service history, which will be BMW. The last service was done by BMW. I think when we serviced it last time, it was with our BMW specialist. It's all in the iDrive, and we're going to take a good look around the car. It's just the two owners, as I say. The car's in beautiful condition, and previously we fitted the black gloss grills, which are obviously still on the car. So we're just going to come down and show you the front. We've got front and rear parking sensors. There's some really nice spec on this car. We've got heads-up display, so I'm just going to bring you around the front here. I'm just going to bring you in close so you can see just how good the paintwork is on the car. And the headlights also, they're not peppered either. They're not peppered. Sorry. It's very warm in here today, so I might make a few little hiccups along the way. If I bring you across the top, you can see just how nice that paint is. No nasty marks on there. There's a couple of very minor little stone chips which are been touched in. They always go darker with this colour when you touch them in. We will probably be able to put a little bit more on there that will lighten those, but they're very minor. If I come back out, you don't see them at all. But the bonnet is in beautiful condition. The whole car's been two-stage, machine polished. The first to take out all those little hairline scratches you get from washing your car with a sponge. And then the second one to take out the sort of the holograms that are left behind from the first machine polish. So you get this lovely, deep, crystal clear shine. I'm just going to bring you down and look down the side of the car. You see just how nice that reflection is. And then in fact, we'll bring you up onto the roof. There's no bird dropping stains. There's no marks, no scratches. Really nice condition. We've got the sun protection glass at the back. If I bring you across the boot lid, there's nothing on the boot lid. I'm going to bring it back out now. So we've got the 19-inch 704M alloy wheels, which were an upgrade, and the M Sport brakes. So you get the blue calipers with a bigger brake pad and disc. Got the little black gloss air vent on the side there, and all the shadow line black around the windows. So we'll just come round to the other side. Hopefully the light coming through the doorway won't affect the camera too much. Bring it down nice and low. All the wheels are in really nice condition. And again, if I move the camera around, you can see all the panels are nice and true. We've got plenty of tread. All the tyres were replaced quite recently. It's running on the Bridgestones. They've about 7 mil of tread remaining at least. They're not that old, the tyres. If I come in close and open up the doors, if I just lock and unlock, you can see the LED light underneath the door handle there. The door edge, no chipping or marking, no scratches. All around the filler cap as well. You really must Google the colour actually, because I'm looking at the camera and it's much bluer, whereas it's got a bit more of a greeny sort of turquoisey sort of tint to it. I'm not very good at explaining colours, but it's a really desirable colour, this. Got the LED rear lights. Ah, so that's what the noise was, the plate's just fallen down. Let's just pop that back on there. See how long that lasts in the heat. So the back bumper, again, all in beautiful condition. And the grey section down at the bottom, all of the exhaust pipes have cleaned up really nice. They're all polished with auto sole. There's no damage on there. We'll come back to the boot in a minute. So the bodywork's really nice. There's no scratches, not like these car supermarkets. That's not how you prepare a car for sale. We commit here to making the cars the best they can be, and that's why they look so nice. What a stunning looking car. Okay, so we'll open up the car. We've got the black Dakota leather inside. Now this one's got the blue highlighted stitching, so you'll notice that runs through the door card. There we go. And also on the seats, we've got the black gloss trim at the top, and I think it's like a carbon sort of aluminium, I forget what, or hexagon pattern they call it. We've got the HARMAN KARDON sound system, which gives you a much nicer sound, much more depth. We've got puddle lights. You can see just how clean the car is, or the door is, sorry. Underneath there, no damage on the side of the door. It's not had any seat belts jammed in it. If we look at the door shuts, look. Try and keep it in focus. This bright sun all the way up and around. I've checked all the black gloss trim. None of it's been worn through, anything from any previous cleaning. Sometimes people rub through on the edges, and it's all lovely. Now we've got electric seats in the 440i. And you can see that blue stitching as well, which is a really nice contrast with this colour. So we've got electric seat on the passenger side here, and the little rocker button there is for the bolsters. So that inflates this side and the other side to grip you. The front of the seat pulls out, and then we've got the headrest that pulls forward. The button releases it back. Because it's the coupe, we've got this electric button to move the seat forward. It's got all the carpets in there, the overmats. We'll show you more of the inside when we come round, but no damage in there. And the rear of the car, let's just put this seat down. There we go. All of the leather, we've got centre armrest. The seats drop down in the coupes as well. No scratches on the leather. It's really not been used much in there by the looks of it. The HARMAN KARDON speakers in the back there. Let's move that back. And there's the seat back. And then we've got the iDrive wheel for the professional media, which you can write on the top of the iDrive wheel to enter destinations or search for music. Heated seats, dual climate control. More speakers up on top there in front of the sat-nav display. You can see, or can you? There's the heads-up display. We've got the connected drive camera there for the high beam assist. Let's get it back in focus. It's come out now. Really lovely, clean car, this. Now, the other thing I was going to mention was this car was registered June 2017. The additional VED tax that you have to pay on cars over £40,000 from new is obviously on this vehicle because they were more than £40,000, but it does run out 31st of May 2023. So just a little bit less than a year before that ends, and then all you've got to do is pay the road tax. So that's quite nice. So it's only for like the next 10 months, and then that will expire and you won't have to pay it anymore, because it's about £330 additionally on the road tax. So really nice and clean in there. You can see the split rear seats. There we go, I zoomed in too far. Got the locking wheel nut under there as well. And if I lift this up, you can see just how nice and clean it is under here as well. Let's just come back out. And then all the carpets up around the top, it's beautiful and clean all the way around. All of the gullies. The whole car is cleaned properly. We've got the rear view camera up here. As you can see, even up under here, beautiful and clean. So the driver's side, driver door, let's just flip the lights off because we had the lights on. So driver's door card, again, there is no damage on the door card and there is nothing on the edge. You can come down, puddle lights, no scuffs, no nasty dig marks on the trim or anything. We've also got the folding electric mirrors. Now, these are anti-dazzle mirrors as well. So they both fold in, and depending, that will fold back in. It's just timed out on the ignition. So depending which side you leave the little slider button, the near side mirror will actually auto dip when you go into reverse as well. If we take a look at the driver's seat, actually let's do the sill as well, because the sills are in really nice condition, no scuff marks. I'm starting to really roast in here. It is boiling. I think it's like 31 degrees already, probably hotter than that in here. We have a metal roof, it's like a huge radiator. So let's just hope I don't pass out in a minute. Right, so this side we have the memory buttons. So you've got two memory buttons there for two different drivers, and they'll memorize the mirrors as well for you. If we look at the bolsters, all in really nice condition. Let's just move the seat back a bit. There you go, and you can see all the stitching. You've got the little BMW colours in the piping there. Really nice. And the steering wheel's in really nice condition as well. Sorry. If you look at the lever, there's no, let's try and get this in focus. There's no scratches in the lever or dig marks in the steering wheel. And all round the brake lever and the gear shift, no scratches. It's really, really lovely. It's really looked after the car. Front and rear fog lights. So we're going to jump in. Let's shut this door. I know what we'll do. We'll pop the air conditioning on. Let's make sure the stereo's down. Oh my giddy aunt. Let's get the fan speed on cool. So, mileage 29,214 as I say. Now we have a mode button just here on the steering wheel, and we've got the speed limiter and cruise control over here. Now if I come up onto the top, you can see the heads up display down there. I'm going to try and zoom in. So we just zoom in and you can see the miles per hour on the heads up display. To the left is the speed limit information. So that will basically tell you what the speed limit is on the road that you're driving on. Now with the mode button, when we press that, it'll display the DAB channels that you can flick through with the roller wheel. Press it again, FM channels, again AM and then music collection is the 80 gig hard drive, and below on the steering wheel we have the telephone button, and when the phone's connected it will display the last dialed numbers. Now that display can be adjusted. Oh thank God we got it right this time. So if we come down onto the display here and we go into my vehicle, this is all touchscreen as well. Oh no, it's not touchscreen on this one, sorry. This is the 17 plate. So if we go into my vehicle, second one down to displays, and then we've got the heads up display, and you can see here this is all the information that the display will show you. Everything from your telephone, entertainment, navigation, cruise control, speed limit, etc. And then just here below we can adjust the brightness, the height of the display, so it'll actually move the display up and down, what you see through the windscreen, and also the rotation, so if it's tilted to the left or right you can get it so it's straight to your eye. So the iDrive button down here has all the shortcuts. You've got menu, media, map, nav, communication, a back button and options. Now by pressing one of those buttons more than once it will give you a different window. So if I press menu, press it again, it shows you all of the 6 tiles as some people call them, and you can see here we've got the media. We can go into there, your DAB, AM, FM, music collection, your Bluetooth audio, USB, your sound for your HARMAN KARDON, Logic 7. You've got graphic equalizer in there as well that you can adjust if you so wish, and so on. Now if we go into communication, on the right, sorry, here we've got phones in there which you can take out. We'll do that afterwards. This is where you add your phone. Now I believe this one's got Apple CarPlay, so let me just see where that is. I'm sure it's in communication. So very quickly, manage mobiles. Yeah, sorry, there it is. So you can link your Apple CarPlay. So that was fitted from new, and the Apple CarPlay will show to about here on this side of the screen, so you can always choose something on this side. So if we go into map, for example, pull the wheel over to the right hand side, we can split the screen, so you can have different windows on this side. If I just move down, there you go. For some reason you can have the map on both. Arrow view, position, onboard computer, trip, and you can have your media there, so if you want to play the media on that side, we can come back. So we'll come out of there, that's your phone. So in navigation, I'm going to go straight to nav on here actually. Address input, this is where you can either use voice control, or on the top of the iDrive you can write with your finger. So you can put a postcode in, we'll put ours in. Now if you need a space, left to right,
space,
that creates a space.
5 R Y.
Press down on there, and then if we go street, it shortcuts, and then you can go straight in like so. Start route guidance, etc.
Please follow the arrow.
There we go. So if we come over to the left and go onto the checkered flag at the top, this is where you can stop the route guidance as well. I'm just going to get rid of the other window, so it's right up to the top, take off the split screen. Now you can change the map views down here. You can see all the sub menus here, traffic information. Now in here, in fact, we've also got satellite image. Now when you zoom out, you'll see the display. If it's going to do it, there we go, it's just catching up. The display, there we go, changes to like a Google Earth sort of look, and then when you come in close it changes back to that. So that's what that is. Okay, I think the heat is getting to me today for sure. In direction of travel, that's looking straight down. And then we can use the buttons down here for shortcuts. So we'll press number 7 and that's save that view. You can do this with quite a few windows, not all of the windows in there, but most of them. Perspective, we'll save that one on number 8. If you just glide your finger just gently across there, you can see it's like touch sensitive. So I've pressed number 7 now. Rather than going in and trying to find it, you've created a shortcut. You can use the shortcut for telephone numbers as well. And I think the media. And then we've got our dual climate. I'm going to flick the lights back on and put the dimmer switch up. Now, if we go back into the menu, I'm pretty sure this one has... If we go to the top for lights, this will be on sport. Yeah, thought so. Let's change it to classic because it's daylight today. Yeah, so we've got the extended lighting inside, which lights up all around the climate control there. Let's come back out, sorry. And then if we come over here, underneath there's an LED strip that runs all the way just under the black gloss trim there. So at night the car's really nicely lit up. We've got 2 keys for the car. Lovely and clean in here, as you can see. It's a non-smoker's car, it's just a blank in here. And then if we look all around here, we've got the parking sensors front and rear, the Eco Pro through to sport mode, traction control button. So if I put the car in reverse now, we've got the rear camera, we've got the parking sensor display on the left. We can also put parking guidelines and obstacle marking on there as well. So I'll take that off before I forget. So we're back in park. We've got sliding, let's just move my paperwork that way. Sliding armrest. We've got a USB in here. There's an additional 12-volt socket just up under the glove box there. Got all the books in there as well. On the BMWs, there is in fact, if we go in here, what is it listed as? Yeah, the owner's handbook. Now the nice thing about the BMWs is the owner's handbook is purely what's on the car. So everything that's in this handbook on the online system, sorry, on the iDrive system, is actually physically on the car. Heated seats, dual climate, we've done all of that. I'll just take another little look round inside the car. It really is lovely and clean. This is the high beam assist, by the way. This is this little button at the bottom. So when the lights are on auto, now they're not going to come on now because it's too bright in here. That will give you that symbol with the little A in green up on the dash here, and it uses the connected drive camera up at the top here to monitor the light of the headlights coming the other way, or if you drive into a lit up area, and it'll automatically dip the headlights for you. The other thing probably worth mentioning is the drive modes. Eco Pro, if we go down to Eco Pro settings, if you've watched a few of these videos, I've shown this on quite a lot of the videos, if not all of them. Coasting allows you to free roll up to the junctions, and you can see it shows you the percentage of your efficient driving, and if you decrease the speed limit that you want to keep to, say let's call it 60 for argument's sake, and you'll see that that increases to 97. I think if you drop to 55 it goes up to 100. And then if we go into comfort, this is a more balanced setting. So in the Eco Pro, the throttle is a little bit flatter for fuel economy, and it will also show you down here which drive mode you're in, but in blue just how many more miles that you're going to get to the gallon driving in that mode. And then we go through to sport, which is where we can get sport displays. Shows you the power of the engine. You can change that to pounds per foot and brake horsepower. And then if we go into Sport Plus, that will actually turn off part of the traction control. Okay, so I think it's probably a good time now to show you under the bonnet. Now the 440s have a valve on the left-hand exhaust tailpipe, and over 3,000 revs it will open up, or in sport mode. So you get a much more throatier sound. We've pulled the bonnet release twice, which enables us to lift the bonnet up straight away. There's no catch to fiddle around with. Now all the engine bay has been cleaned really carefully using WD-40. All of these areas have been hoovered out to take any leaves out. These engines, these 3-litre twin, it says twin power turbo, it's actually a twin scroll turbo that they use on this engine. So it's a larger turbo with 2 inlets, so it separates 3 cylinders to one side of the turbo and the other 3 to the other, and that gives you a much more responsive feel and throttle, better fuel economy. Just trying to keep this in focus while I'm talking. But a lovely engine. They're rated at 326 brake horsepower, but BMWs tend to make a bit more. A Celtic remap, I think, takes this to about 423 brake horsepower on a stage 1, and that costs just £360. We can get that done for you if you wanted more power. So a lovely, clean example with low mileage, low ownership. Pop that down, and a really stunning car. So thanks for bearing with me today. Like I say, it's extremely hot on here, which you can't see on camera. We have some fantastic warranty packages for these cars. You can take anything up to 4 years, and the cover is very, very comprehensive and covers all mechanical and electrical, and just lists the service items that's not covered on the policy. But even things like oil gaskets and hoses are actually covered as well, I believe, on the policy. So if you want some more details on there, you can also, on the extended warranty, go back into a main dealer to have any work carried out. We've got finance options for lease purchase, hire purchase, PCP. So thank you for watching. Please give me a call with any questions or if I've missed anything, and we'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.